My topic that I'm going to be going over today is over online speech. The internet plays a big role in the modern world. Almost everything that we do involves the internet in some way. This gives people the ability to talk online to people that they know or to people that they don't know from a different country. This shows how powerful the internet is. But are we abusing the powers of the internet? This allows people to hide behind a screen and say things that they would not in person. This is the downfall of the internet. Researching this topic, I was reading a lot of articles about online speech that resulted in many questions coming up. A major question that I found in multiple articles was if school officials have legal authority to regulate students' online expressions when off campus. This question is about the freedom kids have when they are outside of school. Some school officials have been suspending kids for the posts that they make outside of the school environment. Is this right? The questions have been going on, and some courts have been siding with the students, while other courts have been siding with the schools. If school officials have legal authority to regulate students' online expression, what rights do the students have? Today, I am going to be talking about two cases in which two students got in trouble, but they got backed up by the court or their school. The first person is Brandon Bosnick. Brandon Bosnick was suspended for a web page that had vulgar language and inappropriate things about his school. His principal suspended him because he did not think that this was right. He argued his First Amendment right, and the federal court agreed with him. His principal committed an illegal error in punishing him. But in 2002, a different case came up where it resolved in an opposite conclusion. Justin Swindler made a website about his school also. On his school site, he had derogatory things about his math teacher and his principal. He said some pretty awful things, and they even had some threats on there. He was expelled from school, and the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania sided with the school. People argued that because he didn't do this on school grounds, that he shouldn't be in trouble, but the court disagreed. The school got power to punish him to some extent. I believe because he did something that made a distraction to the school, he should be punished. On the other hand, a federal district court in Washington ruled in the Emmett versus Kent School District number 415 that student internet speech created off campus is entirely outside of the school's supervision or control. This provided support to principles that school officials don't have jurisdiction to regulate student speech created off campus. Most courts examined off-campus online speech have implied so-called the Tinker Standard. The Tinker Standard is the Supreme Court ruling that school officials can censor student-initiated expression if officials could reasonably forecast that the speech created a substantial disruption with school activities or invaded the rights of some people. I believe that even though these things have been created off campus, that they should still be punished. I believe this because if they are making a distraction to the school environment, it is a problem. Even though it is off campus and they are alone, I still believe they are abusing their First Amendment rights. Today, I talked about schools and First Amendment rights and about a big question that is going around through courts. I gave two examples of two students who were a problem in the courts, and I gave other people's thoughts over this. I also gave my thoughts, and I talked about something called the Tinker Rule. While wrapping things up, I think that this is a controversial topic that should be talked about more. This is happening in courts, and I think that other people should know more about it. Whether you're off campus or on campus, if you are making disruptions in the classroom, then it is a problem that should